Hey guys, this is Artie and welcome to my second vlog.
There's an energy when you hold me, when you touch me, it's so powerful. I can feel it when you hold me, when you touch me, it's so powerful. There's an energy when you hold me, when you touch me, it's so powerful. I can feel it when you hold me, when you touch me, it's so powerful.
I couldn't leave if I wanted to, 'cause something keeps pulling me back to you.
Okay, so today's topic is sooner or later everyone in their life have to face this question. Different person require different amount of time to answer that questions. Some may take like a few months, others may take like a few years, and there are even people who never found the answer to that question in their lives. To me, it was a 3-year journey, and here's the story of it. In 2014, at the beginning of my grade 12, I make a decision to leave Vietnam to start the journey of figuring out who I am. Just kidding. It was because of the graduation exam, and I didn't want to take it. That's why I left Vietnam. And anyway, my destination was the United States. And I didn't have to choose my major in the first year there, but I still remember that first time a friend of mine asked me what was going to be my major. I was speechless at that moment because I had never seriously thought about what I would become in the future. I was still a thoughtless boy at that time. But then I began to find clues that could show me what kind of job that I might fit in. Since my parents are businessmen, I picked business first. But I was not 100% certain at that time, so I had to test it out. I joined a business organization called Amway and started to go to business seminars and even traveled to another state to attend to a business event. I was trying to experience what it was like to be a businessman. And to be honest, I kinda enjoyed that life. However, the feeling was not strong enough, and I knew this could not be something that I would love to do every day in the future. So I tried another approach. I was then looking for something that made me feel cool to become. And I was into Iron Man at that time, so I thought it would be cool to be someone like Tony Stark. And that was also the time I needed to pick a major at school. I decided it was electrical engineering. However, no longer after that, in figuring out I sucked at physics. I was not that passionate about it at all. It was like the end of the world to me at that time because I was wasting my time and my parents' money with that wrong decision. But then, I got a second chance when my parents suggested me to move to Australia. I knew anyway, by the way, before I move on with my story, allow me to take this moment to confirm with those who have never come to Australia something.
Guys, this and this, they don't happen in Australia.
Okay, anyway, back to my story. So I knew that I could not mess up this time, so I did days in and days out research. And finally, I come up with a decision, which is I chose to become a programmer. And actually, I wasn't sure about that IT career until 3 months ago when I was in my last trimester at Monash College. In the first trimester, it was compulsory for me to take engineering classes again. But until the last one, I got 3 IT units. And you know what? that was the first time in my life that I felt unstoppable on my way to school. In fact, it didn't feel like going to school at all. It's more like I was on my date. I was in my way to a date. I was as excited and felt like I could do this all day. Seriously, that moment, I knew that I had fallen in love.
Still a better love story than Twilight.
Right, so after that, there are many people who have told me that there are a lot of talented Indian guys in IT industry here, and it's gonna be very competitive for me to get a job. And frankly, I was a bit scared at the first place. But I think the question I should ask myself is not, will I be good enough to compete with those talented Indian guys to get a job? But the question I think that I need to ask myself is that, will I love this career enough so that even if I get beaten terribly out there, I will still love it. I will keep moving forward with it. Look, in my opinion, choosing a career is just like choosing a spouse for your life. Imagine how sucking it will be when you have to live with someone that you hate to the rest of your life. And if there's someone who ever told you that you need to be a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer to be successful, it's bullshit. Because each person has their own definition of success. Like for me, a successful person is someone who do something that they love, and that thing fit you. As long as they have those two things, they're already a successful person.
Charge me up like electricity. Jumpstart my heart with your love. There's an energy when you're